Good evening, everyone. We are in Midtown West in Manhattan, West 50th Street and 6th Avenue. Time 7:34 p.m. Temperature 50 degrees Fahrenheit. It is about 8 degrees Celsius. Hi, Sierra Savannah and Gina. Hi, good evening and good morning. We could not walk past this fountain without showing this to you. ANY, good evening. Agwin Soho, what's up, what's up? Welcome everyone. We have seen a lot of buildings lit in blue and yellow so far in New York in support of people of Ukraine fighting the war on their own land. And this is the fountain. We saw Empire State Building, we saw other buildings, but this is the fountain that is lit in yellow and blue. Hey Renato, yellow and blue, colors of the flag of Ukraine. This is a very spectacular display of support, and this is what we're going to show you in details first, and then we will continue our work. As you can see, colors don't change today. It's just blue and yellow. These are Ukrainian colors of flag of Ukraine. And last Sunday we had a rally here, several actually, Saturday and Sunday. We were in Times Square on Sunday and we streamed the rally in support of Ukraine. And this is the fountain that reflects Ukrainian colors, Ukrainian flag, and this is very spectacular. And people who did not know anything about Ukraine or the flag of Ukraine or what's going on in Ukraine, it looks like a lot more of them now are talking about it and paying more attention to the politics and this whole situation in Europe, and they are concerned about it, and looks like more and more organizations here who are in charge of public places are also making sure that the message has been heard. Look at those. Lower parts of Australia is in devastating floodings. Glad to see the stream, lovely color. Thank you, Gina. Elizabeth, hello, the fountain looks beautiful in those colors. Yes, hi Elizabeth, and good evening. Welcome to the stream. We are across the street from Radio City Music Hall, and this line is the line for Halal food. This is not the Halal guys, those are most popular, but there's a lot of people here in Midtown and they're all hungry. Radio City Music Hall, and we are in Rockefeller Center basically, and this fountain is in front of 1251 6th Avenue, which is here in front of us. Hi Roy, good evening, wishing all of you well tonight. Thank you so much. And we're wishing people in Ukraine well as much as we can as they're fighting their war against those who try to conquer them right now. And they're fighting fiercely and bravely, despite the fact that the army of those who are trying to basically occupy them is exceeding them in power and in everything basically. We're going to walk around this fountain. As we see, it only displays blue and yellow today, the colors of the national flag of Ukraine, in solidarity with the Ukrainian people. You see the square, this fountain is in a square shape, and it's a side in blue, and side in yellow, side in blue, and side in yellow. Two parallel sides in blue, and the other two parallel sides are in yellow. Not today, in Radio City, not today, but there is something scheduled for March 25th and 26th, looks like. Terrible and sad, says Juno. Absolutely. Welcome everyone to the stream. We're streaming from Midtown, Manhattan. We are between West 50th and 49th Street on 6th Avenue, Avenue of the Americas. David Armstrong, Ukraine will live forever. The colors of national flag of Ukraine are displayed here at this fountain, and it's visible from many blocks away. Just looks fantastic too, but most specifically it is sending a message of support to the people of Ukraine. They were walking parallel to the yellow side of the square, and the next one is the blue one. So it's blue and yellow contrast. That's a nice view too, as we see Radio City in the background. It does look beautiful. And also the lights reflecting of Radio City, all this combined on a water surface. Welcome everyone to the stream, and thank you for your likes, of course, and for your shares. We're in Midtown Manhattan on 6th Avenue between West 50th and 49th Streets. Ambrose, good evening. Ambrose says, can't imagine New York City looking like Ukraine today. Yeah, this is a very powerful message of support. People of Ukraine fighting for their own land and fighting against the invaders, basically. Javier, hi, hola. We're taking our time to show you the fountain from all four different corners to show you a different perspective. Joseph, good evening. Joseph says, L, thanks for this. I have family in Kiev. They are okay. OMG. I hope they're okay. Even though they have to be in a shelter for as much time as possible, and some use subways as a shelter, subway stations. It's all absolutely horrible. Hope they will be okay. Daisy, good evening to you too. Joseph says, I called my sister-in-law today. She is okay. We just hope somehow they will reach a ceasefire agreement, hopefully sooner rather than later. I think at this point it's a matter of saving lives. Thank you so much, David, for your super sticker. Thank you so much for your support. We really, really appreciate it. Thank you very much. Yes, we're all watching the news, and we have access to YouTube. We can we'll watch different sources of information, and of course American stations, CNN and Fox and ABC and NBC, and they all are different in their opinions, but you can build a picture. And then British BBC and Sky News, and German Deutsche Welle and France 24, they all streaming live there, and in different languages, including English. So, and also Euronews, all different sources of information. All we see is absolutely horrible. Brave people fighting exceeding forces, and they choose basically heroes. All of them, the way they fight together on their own land, that is absolutely phenomenal. And horrible things happen to pretty much everywhere in the country. I mean, it is happening all over the country, and big cities, especially the second big city in Ukraine right now, is being pounded to the point that they compare it to Stalingrad during the World War II, and Stalingrad was completely ruined, and they were fighting for every building, every house, and every piece of land, and that was, it's in every history book. But now what's going on there, and the city is being destroyed basically ruthlessly. This is beyond horrible. We're not politicians here. We can only, speak emotionally, but nevertheless, this is any conflict, any war is a despicable thing, is a horrible thing. Welcome everyone to the stream. We're still walking around this beautiful fountain that is in Rockefeller Center in Midtown Manhattan in New York City. And today this fountain is reflecting Ukrainian flag colors, blue and yellow. Joseph Taylor, Stalingrad was the turning point in World War II. Thank you, Joseph. Thank you. And I think that city is called Kharkiv, and that is the second biggest city in the Ukraine. And amongst all the fightings that are going on, that city probably is experiencing the worst, even though everywhere is the worst. But the level of intensity with which the city is being destroyed right now is beyond horrible. Joanne, good evening to everyone. Love to Ukraine. Peace soon. Yes, we all hope so. This is probably the best angle. Well, we see Radio City in the background, and Radio City's lights reflecting on the surface, and blue and yellow Ukrainian colors. Joseph says L is Volgograd now. Yes, because they changed the name. It was used to be called after Stalin, and then they changed the name. Welcome everyone to the stream. We are here by the fountain, reflecting blue and yellow Ukrainian flags in support and show of solidarity with the people of Ukraine. John says we all need to stay out of the way of Russia and Ukraine and pay attention to the USA border and the crime here that is destroying peace here and inflation out of control. That's John's opinion, and I agree on the crime piece for sure. Eileen, love to Ukraine people, you are all heroes. Okay, this is all sad and very, very emotional. But we all hope the situation will resolve. Welcome everyone. We are going to take a walk now. That line for the halal food is very long. Interesting, never been as long here at this intersection, but halal food is pretty good choice of food for those who are outside, New Yorkers and tourists both. And the cost of the plate is probably around $9 or $10, and it includes rice and meat and salad and possibly a drink too. Look at this long line of people, hungry people here in Midtown Manhattan. Michael K says hello to us, Mrs. Al, and everyone. Thank you, Michael K. Welcome to the stream. Ambrose says 11:20 a.m. Saturday, no line. These are not halal guys. Halal guys are at 53rd Street, which is 3 blocks away from here, but it smells good. And let's see. Or are they? No, they're not. Adele's Famous. That's a different company. But they look very similar to what halal guys. Actually, they pretty much copied them in terms of how they serve people and how they process food, and even the dishes, the shape of them and the size are almost the same. But when you're hungry and you smell hot sauce and white sauce and rice and meat, that's a good option, of course. This fountain is fantastic, always, and today it's sending a message of support to the people of Ukraine. Hey Wawan, good evening. Joanne, this fountain is beautiful. It is, and those my reference is for halal guys. Never heard of this one. Yeah, this one is probably a new one, but somehow somehow they do a lot of business, and good for them. Good for them. But our personal choice is halal guys. Let's take a look, another look at this fountain showing yellow and blue, the colors of the national flag of Ukraine. in support of Ukrainian people fighting on their own land against the invaders right now as we speak. Daisy, it's pleasant to be on that line next to the fountain. Yeah, this is a nice intersection here in Midtown, Radio City. Lots of lights and the fountain and huge buildings here in Rockefeller Center. Very tall buildings. We have a lot of tourists in New York, and some of them are coming from places that don't have skyscrapers. And first time in New York, it is amazing to them. We are on 6th Avenue, Avenue of the Americas. Let's take a walk, zigzagging in that direction. Let's see where we're gonna end up. Nice guy, good evening. Welcome everyone to the stream, and thank you so much for your likes. Today is Wednesday, March 2nd in New York. 7:55 p.m. is the local time in New York City. Next intersection will be the Fox News Corporation building, and yes, they still have those trees decorated in red, blue, and white, the American flag colors. This is News Corporation, and Fox News Studios are located here in this building. And you can read some news here. We will just have to get a little closer for the camera to distinguish the colors. Yeah? President Biden announced that the U.S. is banning Russian flights from its airspace in retaliation for the invasion of Ukraine. The move comes after similar action by Canada and the European Union last week. Maria, boa noite de São Paulo, boa noite de New York. Thousands of Ukrainian refugees are fleeing to Poland and Moldova, and these are Fox News headlines, current headlines at almost 8 p.m. in New York City on March 2nd. New sanctions. Yeah, things are very difficult right now in the world, very complicated. We all hope it will be resolved at some point sooner rather than later. So if you're here for a moment, you can read the news as well. Or you may get a lunch and then or dinner at one of those halal places, and especially when it gets a little warmer, and just eat and be here. There are also sitting places, like you can sit down around the fountain, and you can sit down around this area. You can easily find a space to eat. And bro says Belarus has a terrible dictatorship too. Yeah, they they found each other. Russian media outlets are restricted around here as well. And see, the Paramount, Warner Bros., Disney, and Sony Pictures are all halting the release of upcoming films in Russia. And Matthew P., good evening. Hi. Dow Jones is doing fine. NASDAQ is doing fine. Welcome everyone. We are standing by News Corporation building where Fox News is, broadcasting their national television, one of the major studios in the United States. And you may or may not be a fan of Fox News, but we're just showing you what Midtown looks like, and this is where we're working. So this is the ground level of News Corporation building. Now let's walk toward Times Square, but we're not going to be in Times Square a lot for two reasons. First, we've been there for so many times already, and then the signal may be sketchy. We hope the signal will not be. If we notice that the signal is bad, we will turn back, because we're still having issues, not we, but all the streamers have, looks like, issues with 5G network in New York City. Who knows when they're going to build enough infrastructure, enough cell sites for it. So the other day we got disconnected. Our stream got disconnected, and all because the signal dropped. Yeah, just suddenly. Thank you so much for all of your support. By the way, we welcome our new subscribers. If you just found us recently, we welcome you to the channel, and go ahead and subscribe with all notifications. Hopefully you will not be disappointed. And we, as always, we thank you so much for all of your support, your super chats, your super stickers, your memberships. Thank you again, David, for your support. Also, you can support us on Ko-Fi, Cash App, and Venmo. We see Times Square in the back, but don't get too excited if the signal starts being sketchy. We will have to find an alternate route, but for now we're good. Welcome everyone to the stream. We may be going to walk through Times Square, but not north to south, but rather west to east, or actually east to west. But let's walk around those streets that area that's called Theater District, and maybe we'll just show you several Broadway theaters, because they are located, most of them, to the west of Times Square, between 48th Street, most of them, and 42nd Street, between the 7th and 8th Avenue. So that would be a different way of showing you surrounding area around Times Square, basically. In the meantime, we are approaching Times Square. At its north end, 47th Street or so, approximately. We'll see where we are. This is where 7th Avenue and Broadway are neck to neck. Let's cross the street real quick. M&M store is right here in front of us. Times Square is to our left. Right there. But what we're gonna do, we're going to zigzag the area east of Times Square, between Broadway, 7th Avenue, and 8th Avenue, maybe. And let's see the Theater District. We're walking by M&M store, and Krispy Kreme donuts are across the street. So we are on West 48th Street. Times Square is down there. Gina says, don't mind an M&M now and again. Everything is good in moderation. This is Broadway, looking north. Krispy Kreme donuts, and we wouldn't mind some donuts too, but later, not right now. And let's see. So this is 48th Street. 48th Street between Broadway and 8th Avenue. So these are pretty long avenue blocks, but not too long. And this is Theater District. These streets between mostly 48th and 42nd, and between to the east of Times Square, between Times Square and 8th Avenue. You can tell these are theaters. You see the billboards here. This one is Walter Kerr Theater, currently showing Hadestown, with Anna Mitchell and Rachel Shafkin. Oh, it's directed by Rachel Shafkin, sorry. Walter Kerr Theater, and across from Walter Kerr is Long Acre. Macbeth with Daniel Craig and Ruth Mega. We know Daniel Craig as mostly James Bond 007, but right now, currently, it's Macbeth, and it's directed by Sam Gold, and Daniel Craig and Ruth Mega is in that play. This is Walter Kerr Theater entrance. Hey Tyler, yes, we just walked by northern tip of Times Square. Hey Joe. Hi, good evening. Walter Kerr and Cross Long Acre Theater. And looks like maybe they are not having any shows, these two theaters here. I'm not sure why, but no people here, no lights. Some theaters have lights inside, but if they started the shows, they probably are in progress right now. Today it's 8 or 9 p.m. They usually start at 7, maybe 7:30, maybe 8. Joe says how the weather in New York is 50s here. Weather in New York was 50 degrees about 40 minutes ago, so maybe it's like 48, 49 right now. It is about 6, 7 degrees Celsius. Wind is very low. And you see the restaurants here around Theater District. Now we're going to walk toward the end of the block, which is right there, and cross the street to our left, and zigzag back on a parallel street. We are browsing Theater District, Broadway Theater District. This is 8th Avenue and West 48th Street. Lower part of Australia is not good. Floodings, people have died. Oh boy, oh god, and lost their homes. Sorry to hear that. Bad weather. Peace to Ukraine. Natural disasters and wars. Next street would be 47th Street, West 47th. We are on West 47th and 8th Avenue, but we're going to walk towards 7th here. There are some theaters here. And this one across the street is Brooks Atkinson Theater. Brooks Atkinson Theater is here. And right here where we stand is Friedman Theater. Showing Skeleton Crew.
I got to witness it from different eyes. I remember my childhood being very happy, and I know that something shifted around the time when I was 13. And the city became this scandalous place. And it's so different
there's
going back now.
Brooks
and
Atkinson
just
Theater.
seeing the evolution of the city.
Represent our city.
And Friedman Theater.
Absolutely. I remember going to summer programs in high school and people would ask me where I was from, and I was saying because I soon realized every time I said I was from Detroit, they would be
MTC, Manhattan Theater Club.
all the time. And it's like, you don't know what that does to a young black child, but that's your reaction every time. Right. And it wasn't until I got to college where I was like,
Hey Cora, good evening. Joseph said Ellie just passed the fire station that all its firefighters from 9/11. Oh yes, that was a fire station we passed there on 8th between 48 and 47.
We decided that we're going to carry our city, and we're not going to be oh, how's it doing? You know, it's like, no, we're good. We're survivors, you know. That's all. I share that with you.
They're just showing the actors, I guess, who is taking part in this play that's called Skeleton Crew. Yeah.
We're back. It's hard for people in this time with the variant. It's pretty scary, but the way that the protocols are now for so many of the Broadway producers are making sure that everyone is safe in the theaters. We're back. I feel completely safe. Yes, I have my mask, but I feel completely safe in the theater, and I'm looking forward to us all getting back and trusting the protocols that we're.
Theaters should be open, but looks like not all of them are running the show today, or maybe it's their day off Wednesday. We don't know 100%. That's a possibility.
The groundbreaking Pulitzer Prize-winning masterpiece arrives on Broadway with the extraordinary.
And next theater here is Barrymore. Showing Paradise Square, a new musical. Wednesday matinees. Looks like something is going to. It looks like they're preparing this theater for the show. As we see, a lot of stuff in there, packed, a lot of equipment. There's a beautiful theater, beautiful entrance too. We are browsing Broadway Theater District here in New York City, east of Times Square. And as we approach Times Square, we see the familiar views. We're going to walk around the block to our right and continue our browsing to West 46th Street. Michael K says such beautiful architectural detail. Yes, absolutely. Beautiful theaters inside as well. They may be not huge, but they at least a couple of thousand seats, each of them. But they are very, architecturally, they are classical theaters. Kim Toy, hi, good night. Hi, Kim Toy. Joe says, I wish I could visit New York City, but with my health, I'm unable. So thanks for bringing us the live stream from New York. You're welcome, Joe, and hopefully you will feel better soon. This is Broadway and 47th Street, West 47th Street. See, we don't just go to walk through Times Square today. We're walking through Times Square, yes, and maybe partially, but not exactly dedicating our walk to Times Square. And we are going to cross the street and turn right at West 46. Now we're at West 47th. Welcome everyone to the stream. If you did not subscribe yet, go ahead and subscribe with all notifications. We walk in New York City, we're showing you New York City live, and sometimes we post the videos of the best pieces of our best portions of our stream. Sometimes they deserve a separate one. Oh, look what is going on. Support for Ukraine in Times Square. Not as huge as it was on Sunday, but we see Ukrainian flags. And let's take a look while we're here. How symbolic. We started with the fountain reflecting Ukrainian flags. And we did not know anything about this protest, but now we're here in Times Square and they're protesting the war in Ukraine. Some of these signs you can read, but we're not going to read it loud.
Well, you know, it's money too. Right now they're all making money with the weapons on.
This is a protest against Ukraine, war in Ukraine in Times Square. Well, we heard the national anthem of Ukraine. Like, okay, we are blessed to be able to voice our positions, absolutely. That was powerful. We are looking for a better signal. Hopefully soon we will have a better, more stable signal, and we will continue our walk. Oscar, hi, shout out from Puerto Rico, peace will prevail. Michael K, the Pope asked for prayers on this situation today, Ash Wednesday. Yeah, Orisha, Ukraine is feeling the wrath. I hope Ukraine talk about their major racist problem. I'm just reading the chat. Sweet Dream 777, LOL and everyone. Gina, you're still here? Awesome. NY, hi. Good evening to you too. We continue our walk here in Broadway district that is adjacent to Times Square. We are on West 46th Street and between Broadway and 8th Turner musical, and Tina Turner musical is in the theater that is called, trying to remember, but if we don't, we will read. It's a L'Enfantin theater. And the show is on because we see the protocol. And Marquee Theater is right here. It's a theater located inside of Marriott Marquee. And to our left, Richard Rogers Theater, where Hamilton is showing right now. Who didn't heard of Hamilton musical? The musical. Everybody did. That was a musical sensation, Broadway sensation. And before we walk by, this is Bond 45 Theater. Oh no, it's not a theater, I'm just kidding. It's a restaurant. That looks like theater. Maybe it was a theater at some point. Richard Rogers Theater showing Hamilton. History is happening in Manhattan, it says here. And Hamilton is on as well, you can tell. The entrance to the Hotel Edison. Hotel Edison. Oh, this is magnificent how it looks. And, believe it or not, right there next door, the Church of Scientology. Michael K was the that the old Barnes clothing store, it used to have a neon sign like that. Perhaps you know, you're probably right, and you're probably right. And there is another look at the theater showing Hamilton. Book, music, and lyrics by Lin-Manuel Miranda. That's a charge of Scientology. Curious? We just needed to play our music instead of their music that was copyrighted. As Celtic Pub, we were here the other day too. Beautiful entrance. We're going to turn left on West 45th Street. We're browsing Broadway Theater District in Manhattan, east of Times Square, between West 48th and approximately West 42nd, but now we're on West 45th. This one has a few theaters. Golden Theater is the first one here. We'll take a look at it from behind the bus. Golden Theater. That is showing Hangman by Martin McDonough. $10 weeks only. And next one is Jacob's Theater. Beautiful lighting. showing Company, a musical comedy. A fantastic view. Bernard B. Jacobs Theater. Schoenfeld Theater is next. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 theaters next to each other. Schoenfeld Theater. And then Booth Theater. Booth Theater is shown Come From Away. Come From Away is a very popular play, and look at that balcony on the second floor or third floor. You can tell they were built over 100 years ago, but still standing. Also, we don't know exactly, but it looks like they're they're pretty old, but they're still good, in good shape. This is the Music Box Theater that is playing Dear Evan Hansen. This block is probably the most saturated with theaters, if you can say that. On this block, Golden, Jacobs, Schoenfeld, Booth. 4 theaters next to each other. And one here, that's Imperial Theater. That doesn't have anything right there right now, but probably not for long. And why? Hi, nice to see you here. Lena, good evening. We started today in the Rockefeller Center area at West 49th and 6th Avenue, Avenue of the Americas. We took a good look at the fountain that was lit in yellow and blue in support of people of Ukraine fighting for their independence on their own land. Then we walked through Times Square and we saw the protest against the war in Ukraine. And in the meantime, we browsed in Broadway district here, Broadway Theater District. There's Junior's restaurant. There is their new location fairly close by, but this one is older, much older. Junior's is famous for their cheesecakes, but they have all kinds of food. We're back to Town Square as we zigzag in Broadway Theater District between Times Square and 8th Avenue, and between West 48th Street and so far we are on West 45th. Local time in New York is 8:45 p.m. Welcome everyone to the stream. We're streaming live for you from New York City. Stacy, hi, good evening. Welcome to the stream. Stacy says peace for Russia and Ukraine. Also, this was Somalia, who was bombed days before this dispute. Back in Times Square, a lot of people in Times Square, and looks like they standing there and still with flags and protesting, but they probably finished the active phase of protest and now they just walking all over the Times Square as well as other tourists, all mixed. A bunch of Elmos and other characters here, and of course Mickey Mouse. We are going to cross 45th Street and continue walking through Broadway Theater District. In the meantime, we are enjoying Times Square and its lights. Welcome everyone to the stream. Don't forget to subscribe if you're not subscribed yet. And if you did subscribe, thank you. And if you are a subscriber for a while, thank you so much for coming back and watching our videos and streams. Also, thank you so much for all of your support, your super chats, your super stickers, your memberships, your Ko-Fis, your Venmos, and Cash Apps. Thank you so much. All of your support. We are at West 45th Street and 7th Avenue in Times Square. As we browse Times Square and Broadway Theater District today. We're going to turn right now in West 44th Street and go walk to 8th Avenue and then come back on West 43rd. This way we cover all the streets. It's West 44th Street. There are some theaters here as well. Minskov. This theater is showing Lion King. The entrance to the theater is inside of this walk-through right there. And this is how the entrance looks like. And the show is on as we speak. And we're going to continue. Carmine's is an Italian restaurant. They have a few locations in Manhattan. One of them is here, right off Times Square area in Theater District. Schubert Theater is in front of us. Not sure if they are on renovation right now, under renovation possibly. And Gulliver's Gate, the exhibit is here or was here. Why do we always bump into the guy with the speaker? We don't know, but that was the guy with the speaker. Bowling here and Bacal's Steakhouse. No matter where we are walking, we see the guy with the speaker lately. It's like he knows where we are. Yeah, that's a Schubert Theater, but currently probably being under construction or renovation to be exact. And that's so-called Schubert Alley. Sardi's is a super popular place that has the sketches of all the famous actors and the directors here. There is, I forgot his name, but there is he's an artist that he was sketching them for many years, and they're all there, exhibited on walls, and first floor and second floor. Sardi's. Let's see if we can maybe kill the music that we hear now. Kind of got a glimpse of what those sketches look like. Another theater, but what is the name of that theater? It currently has no name. We should know it by heart. We live in New York, but we don't. Sorry, this one is Hayes Theater. Shows Take Me Out right now. That's the play about baseball. Previews begin March 10th. And of course we can recognize some actors here because it's Broadway. That one is Jesse Tyler Ferguson. Also, Jersey Boys here. And this one is St. James Theater.
We don't want to be a pussy anymore. Sometimes it's for that. Like me, listen, when I get it's 5 minutes, it's 50 seconds.
St. James Theater playing David Byrne's American Utopia. And that's Majestic Theater playing Phantom of the Opera. Not today, but maybe it's. We don't know if the doors are closed or not right now, but we'll take a look. Majestic playing Phantom of the Opera for God knows how many years. Yeah, looks like the show is on. It's just during the intermission, people are walking out and just enjoying the fresh air. And then after the show, they usually wait for the actors and try to get autograph or just take a picture of them. All the theaters are the same at this point. One of the entrances to 47th Street Port Authority bus terminal station. And we are approaching here on 8th Avenue, and we are approaching the corner of 42nd Street and 8th Avenue. So let's see what we so far accomplished today. We started by the fountain in Rockefeller Center, showing support to the people of Ukraine, showing blue and yellow colors. Then we walked through Times Square on our way to Broadway Theater District, and we browsed around Broadway theaters. As we were walking through Times Square, we saw Ukrainian war protest against the war in Ukraine, to be exact. And we heard the anthem. I think it was the Ukrainian anthem, if I'm not mistaken. And we continued our walk through the Broadway district here, and this made our walk a little different from what we usually do when we round this area. This is West 43rd Street. West 43rd Street doesn't really have much here as far as theaters. Maybe the one toward Times Square. We will walk to Times Square through West 43rd, and then we'll turn and go back to 42nd. Yeah, it's cool to get autograph, and sometimes you really see someone famous. There's so many people in New York, and so many famous people in New York, that you don't even sometimes know who they are. The antenna on that building is also blue and yellow in support of Ukraine. Just a reminder that it's not too late to give us a like, and if you're not subscribed yet, it's never too late to subscribe. And if you'd like to support our channel with your kind donations and contributions, you can become a member, you can use Super Chat, Super Stickers, or you also can use Ko-Fi, Cash App, and Venmo. All the links are also located in the description under the stream. Lyric Theater is across the street. This is where Harry Potter is showing. Harry Potter and the Cursed Child. Look at this massive decoration on the front of the theater. And right here, Los Tacos #1. That's probably a brand new location, but they are very popular here in New York. Los Tacos #1. And this is Lyric Theater with Harry Potter and the Cursed Child. Let's take a good look. Okay, 516, not too cold tonight. No, it's probably around 47 degrees, 48 right now. Very, very seasonably warm. Let's take a look at Lyric Theater. Also one of the classic theaters here in Broadway. Look at the balcony all the way up top. And the facade itself is just one of the best ones in this area, amongst all the theaters probably. This is New Victory Theater, which is a stage door. It's a side end. It's not an entrance to the theater. It's Paramount Building that you always see when we're in Times Square, but it is one of the entrances to the building. Hard Rock Cafe this is the side of Hard Rock Cafe, and some memorabilia here. This Debbie Harry Blondie. The taxi door came from the old Hard Rock Cafe on 57th Street. That's from the Ramones. Hey ho, let's go. There's a lot more inside if you ever visit Hard Rock Cafe. That's the main entrance to it. That was the guy with the speaker who was trying to mess up our stream again, as well as Hard Rock Cafe blasting the music. So we are going to cross the street. Crossing the street because our goal is to reach 42nd Street, but we have to let that guy with the speaker go first. LOL, exclamation point, good evening, LOL, LOL. Is this fair to say that our channel is your replacement for AK, who is now in Miami? That would be a compliment. That would be a recognition. Antonio, nice to see you. Welcome, welcome. Gina is enjoying the stream, and let's not get too political. This is 42nd Street. We're approaching. LOL, thanks so much. You do great work. Thank you, thank you. NY, great stream. Thank you, NY. This is 42nd Street between 7th Avenue and 8th Avenue. One of the most spectacular blocks in New York City. And one of the entrances to 42nd Street subway. This is New Victory Theater. And across, New Amsterdam Theater playing the Aladdin. And while let's not argue, we are not arguing. We enjoy New York City. We covered a lot of different subjects today in our stream in this 1 hour and 37 minutes. And we are walking toward the Port Authority bus terminal. This is, remember this theater, Harry Potter, New Victory? This is the front. Not sure which one is the front, which one is the back. But this one is also decorated. And of course, all the major New York attractions, not all, but some of them. NY lights are beautiful. Tyler, again, you're in Midtown. Yes, we are in Midtown. That's the side of McDonald's who was here, that was here for such a long time. Space is available right now. Madame Tussauds, Wax Museum, David Buster's, Applebee's, all there. And Empire, AMC Empire 25 movie theater, huge multi-level theater. D Fox, howdy from Chicago. Hey from New York. Welcome to the stream. It's always nice to see our familiar faces and new faces here in the chat. Welcome, welcome. 9:12 p.m. local time in New York City. We're standing right directly across from Madame Tussauds Wax Museum. See that huge hand right there with fingers all the way up top. For those visiting New York, this is one of the cool places to visit. A lot of picture opportunities. You can clearly tell it's not a real person, but it's so close to being real. 8:11 p.m. in Chicago. Chicago is Central Time Zone. We are Eastern Time Zone, 1 hour ahead of Central Time Zone. Karina, hello. L, how are you? We have breaking news. See this side of Dallas barbecue, which is right there actually. So what is Dallas barbecue doing here? But that's a brand new window for Dallas barbecue. But this is not even the news. The news is that the Target will be opening here. This is real news. It's not open yet, but it's clearly about to be. Dallas barbecue, the entrance is over there. Are they moving to the second and third floor? They're shrinking? Hard to tell. But Target usually takes a lot of space, so I don't think barbecue will move. But this is Target. Look at that. This is American Airlines Theater, by the way. And we're looking up. Let's take a 360 view. Always something always different, something always changing. Target will be here. Target is not the most awesome type of the store in their category, but it will have a lot of traffic here for sure. Dave and Buster's. I'm not sure if this location is open. Could be, but doesn't look like anyone is in there. But no, actually they are open. And Applebee's next to it. RIP Models. Empire, AMC Empire 25. And this is Dallas Barbecue. Saying all these names makes me hungry. Looking at all these places, smelling all this food. That's a New York Yankees store. AMC Empire 25, when it had its better times, they had a balcony or observation area, you can name it, right there on top. You could walk out of the theaters and on the fourth level, I think it was third and fourth level, and you could have a fantastic view of this block. But I don't think they open it right now. This is West 42nd Street between 7th Avenue to our left and 8th Avenue right there. Hey Miguel, good evening. Hey Jim, hello from Toronto, Canada. Hi Jim, hi from New York. So Francia, hi. And Five Guys, the burger place. That would probably be a good option for a meal right now. As we walked almost 1 hour and 45 minutes enjoying the city and Midtown in particular. And we are approaching 8th Avenue. Port Authority bus terminal is there where buses are going to Jersey for the most part, New Jersey, all kinds of destinations, but not just Jersey, uptown, upstate New York and other destinations too, out of state. And Y says that was a great movie theater. I think AMC is still in operation. Oh, look at this tourist bus. Promoting Moulin Rouge, the musical, but not saying where it's going to be playing, no. Wait a minute, another change of scenery here. 8th Avenue and West 42nd Street. That was a huge, what was it, Duane Reade, I think? It looks super empty. There's no more pharmacy in there. Space is vacant, probably. That is a major change to this intersection. Let's cross West 42nd Street. NYSL does have a great accent and calming voice. Thank you, NY. Much appreciated. And thank you everyone for noticing that. Yes, I'm originally from Czechoslovakia, so the accent probably has something to do with that. Yes, this Duane Reade is no longer there. This is Port Authority bus terminal, and this is a major transportation hub. The entrance to it right there, and we are going to probably end our stream right now, but before we do, we want to thank 5G Network for providing this stable signal for the most part. Thank you, 5G Network. That was unusual, but a pleasant surprise. Then of course we want to thank you all our subscribers for watching our videos, as well as our new subscribers who subscribed during the stream. We thank you for doing that and welcome to our channel. We don't really have a permanent schedule, but if you subscribe you will get notified when we stream and when we post our videos. Also, we thank you so much for your kind donations and contributions in the form of memberships, super chats, super stickers, Venmos, Cash Apps, and Ko-Fis. James, you're welcome. Everyone, you're welcome. We want to thank you again for watching, and we will wish you the fantastic rest of the day, and we will see you later. We will see you soon. Goodbye from New York.